He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That's caught. It's Weary. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the balls are flying down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Baker. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
And when you're on defense and it's wet, and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion.
A shot toward the end zone. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting it first? Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. They'll try to get it through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Dotson. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. A design run for the quarterback. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. 4th and short, ball right at midfield. Really don't have a lot to lose by not going for it there, and they're able to cash in.
100% of the time you're going for this. If you're not, you're probably not a guy that likes to win. So if you want to continue to punt in these situations, you're probably going to continue to lose.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on him, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Tennessee! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is...
He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Right on target this time. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Punts it out of the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Handle it.
There he goes. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. And the Volunteers look to keep this drive humming. On the ground, it's Baker. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davis. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Vols in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Dodson. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped. Sneaks it in.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people...
And it's blocked. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Gets the back moving. Power football with the run. Makes it past the marker. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for an open area to his left. Got him downfield. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. LSU now operating in the red zone. Motion from the back. Toss to the outside. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Northwestern is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Evanston. They're trailing by 21 to Nevada. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Looking for a crease. It's Baker. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Under fire. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. Breaks into the open. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Now they'll run the draw. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
That's how you blow up a draw play. That's supposed to hit in between the tackles. But if you can force the ball carrier to bounce outside, you've got an opportunity to create a negative play, and they did exactly that.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Off play action. Wide open downfield. He's going to come up a couple yards short of the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, going up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They go to the counter. He stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Sends it back in motion. Steps away. Unloads it left. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And this QB, you can tell, did a really good job of continuing to buy time, go through his progressions. He wanted to make the big play and even got outside the block a little bit to his left and took the deep shot down the field. Just missed.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Got rid of it just in time. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. They'll line up for a second down play. Using his legs, it's Mack. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He wants to change this route. Quick pass on the jet motion. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Going to the run to start this second half. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm.
Turning it on! He'll step out of bounds wide at the 34. A big-time pickup on that one.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Slings it downfield. The sure hands, it's Green. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football, good balance, seeing where he needed to go with the football, finishing the run. He gets knocked out of bounds, but how about this offense set up now on first and goal?
Into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Weary. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here is the Tennessee offense. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, with that fourth down stop kept them from getting anything on the board. He's past the 30. Oh, he's got some space. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work. And the Vols just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it. There he goes. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He got a step and just dusted the field. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Northern Illinois has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Husky Stadium. They're up by 7 over West Virginia. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Touchdown Volunteers! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll send the back in motion. Here's the pressure. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Going to swing it on second down. Right down the middle. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I think we got a little bit sloppy on that route. You need more separation if you're going to give your quarterback a better target trying to complete that inthrow.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got an open man. He's running free down the middle. He's at the tip, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Weary. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Got it in the middle, it's Dodson. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jackson.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Just keep slinging it. It's complete on the right side. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown ball! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Gets the back moving. Try to get it to the edge. Breaks into the open. The 50. The 40. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Tennessee, 27.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch on the left. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I love when you back.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, that's a phenomenal individual effort getting that sack. What a dominant play. And I'll tell you, playing here at Death Valley, a play like that now is going to get this crowd hyped up. And that's something as an opposing quarterback you do not want. Take it from me. I know it from experience. I remember my true freshman year playing at night here in Death Valley. That was the first time in my life I understood what the term hostile environment meant. This place is scary when the crowd gets involved, and that sack right there is going to light them up.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown LSU. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got enough space. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out.
Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
LSU 49, Tennessee 27.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Still looking on the move. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And he makes the catch. Now can he get to the sticks? And he makes the tackle, but not before the first down is picked up and the gamble pays off.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw.
Turning it on. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together, back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you
Touchdown, Tigers! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
So here is the Tennessee offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get it.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Finds a man on the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that...
wide open spaces. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Here comes the offense on second down.
29 Philly.
Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got it in the middle. It's Davis. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. And there's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today.
Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
Tennessee, 34.
And he's going to try to return this one. Slips through the line. He's got it out. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Rutgers is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to New Mexico. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Quarterback by himself in the backfield.
Here we go.
Looking downfield on first down. He'll try to do it himself. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
It's complete to the left. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick, but man, if you're going to do that, that's fine, but we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Volunteers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Green 25.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Caught over the middle, it's Davis. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense, continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blocker. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll try the outside to the left. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defense's speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback keeper. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll move the wide receiver. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Pulls it in, it's Hill. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he